fate is telling the Lions to pound sand or pound salt or pound something else because they had an unexpected development yesterday from the perspective of outsiders. I think from the perspective of the team,
that's right.
They knew this was coming. Veteran center Frank Ragnow, still not yet 30 years of age, has retired after 7 NFL seasons, 4-time Pro Bowler. He was a first-round pick in 2018, which was not that long ago. That was Patrick Mahomes' first season as a starter, second season in the league. It was Josh Allen's rookie year. So time flies by. He had some serious injuries, turf toe, partially torn pec. He had a fractured throat in 2021. He played through it. The Lions drafted Tate Ratledge. He's been taking first-team reps at the center position during OTAs. He was a second-round pick this year. So it was a stunner to us. It wasn't a stunner, I firmly believe, to the Lions. They've been planning for this. Ragnow just got to a point where it's time, and it's got to be hard to do when you know that you just don't want to and it doesn't make sense to do everything necessary to put yourself into the position to go out there and get some other injury.
Right.
They're going to have to spend the season either playing with or stop playing to make it better. And then what am I trying to do? I'm trying to go back so I can have another injury. That's what impresses me about football players more than anything else at that level. All the time spent getting your body to a point where you just go out there knowing I'm never going to be healthier than I am when I go back out there after I've recovered from an injury because something else is going to happen to me while I'm out there.
Well, it's like what you talked about, like with Macy jumping on the bed, right? Like players, NFL players have the ability to kind of wipe the slate clean and go, wait, I forget about my last injuries. I'm never going to get injured again. Let's go play. They can literally approach it like that, or they're just tough enough and mentally tough enough to deal with a nagging injury and somehow find a way to suck it up and get through it. Ragnow's a killer. He embodies everything I think the Detroit Lions and Dan Campbell wanted in their football team. He's the perfect center. As we talk about all the time, the center's usually the guy that leads the group. He's usually the guy that's the smartest, the alpha male, right? He's quick on his toes, all that. That's why he's the center. He could sit there and see a blitz and point it out and change the call and get everybody on the same page. But, yeah, he's come to a place here, I think, in his life where he's, like you said, sick of dealing with being beat up, sick of dealing with managing his body. He's playing the center position where in the NFL right now, we talk about it all the time, the defensive tackles are bigger and freakier than ever. Center, I would say, is maybe the most physical position on the football field, play to play. It's snap the ball. It's hit a big guy. It's head to head right away. It's every day. It's in practice. It's all of that. We are seeing some O-linemen here. I think as of late start to go, wait, I'm not going to just continue to crush my body as I get past year 7, 8, 9 and all that. Maybe I'll call it quits just a little early. So good for him. I mean, incredible career. One of the best centers in football, really, the last 5 years, I would say now. It's a big blow to the Lions, but I'm with you. I think they kind of knew this was coming down the road, and they're making their proper adjustments off of that.
And I don't have the contract information in front of me, but the reality of retiring after June 1, it does make it more palatable from a cap standpoint. But there's no magic to, for example, if he had retired in April, they could have waited until yesterday to put him on the reserve retired list. That's what the Dolphins did with tackle Teron Armstead. He retired in April. They processed it yesterday to take a lower cap hit. But still, for whatever reason, it was kept under wraps until June 2, and it just feels like that's when he planned to do it, that they knew, that he knew, and it's the first Monday in June, and now we know that Frank Ragnow is moving on. The first thing I thought of, Chris, was what Dan Campbell said to the media after they blew a 17-point lead against the 49ers in the second half of the NFC Championship. There was that controversial decision to go for it on 4th and short instead of restoring the lead to 17, 3 scores with a quarter and a half left in the game. I firmly believe they kick that field goal, they win that game.
Agreed.
And Campbell said to the media that he had just told his players this may have been our only shot. And for some of those players, it is their only shot. And with each passing year that they don't win a Super Bowl, it is and was their only shot because the team changes so much. Look at how much the 49ers have changed since that game.
Yeah.
The Lions now changing too, and by next year, more guys will be gone, then more guys will be gone. So for Frank Ragnow, it turned out to be his only shot. And if they don't get back close to the top of the mountain again this year, it's going to be another 10, 15 guys only shot from the NFC Championship in 2023.
Hey, it's what's brutal about the sport. It's dicey. You could be the best team like they were most of the year last year. All of a sudden, you get a bunch of injuries late in the season. You think, man, we're definitely going to be in the NFC Championship game, Super Bowl, all that. Oh, no, wait, we're not at our best late in the season, healthy. The Commanders come in, they're healthy, ready to go, playing their best football. They pull it off in an upset. I mean, that's how fickle it is. That's what's brutal about the NFL. That's what's awesome about the NFL. I mean, yeah, the 49ers have learned tough lessons. The Lions are learning tough lessons. It stinks, and now they're learning lessons, too, of, hey, losing some of their core great players, losing the coordinators and all of that. They're dealing with rich people problems as far as the NFL is concerned here. But, yeah, this hurts. This is a guy that, like I said, with a center as quality as he is. I mean, I know we just put up there his PFF ranks. He was my second-team All-Pro center last year. It's rare to see a guy call it quits at this part of his career when he's playing as good as he is. He is definitely, like, no doubt, on his worst years the last few years, he's a top 5 center in football. Maybe never even worse than that, top 3. And then when you talk about, setting a tone, right? You hear that type of stuff in the NFL. The one thing you've always heard about Frank Ragnow is he's kind of crazy. He's psycho. He's a killer. And he wants to move people and dominate them. That was why everybody loved him coming out of Arkansas. So they're going to lose a little bit of that attitude. They're going to lose a little bit of that talent on the field. They're going to lose a little bit of that experience with a center that's helping out Jared Goff get all the calls right, run game, pass game, do all that. They're going to lose the ability to have a veteran guy there with a new offensive coordinator who might put some different things in the playbook and change a few things around. That transition would be easier with a veteran guy. Now they're going to have to kind of throw a rookie in there. So, yeah, the Lions are dealing with, big people, big-time problems, and it's tough, but I think they'll be okay.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.